agent. My company is USmell, and I'm seeking a $55,000 investment in exchange for 20% of the company. USmell is a new luxury soap brand that's a breath of fresh air in an oftentimes snooty marketplace. It has delicious fragrances and a vibrant personality. USmell started out as a class project back in college. I was taking a package design class, and I had free reign to develop any product I wanted. I wanted to develop something that had personality, and what instantly came to mind was USmell. I didn't want to be blinded by excitement, so I decided to do a trial run to test the market. I had about 1,200 bars made in 2 custom fragrances, lemon verbena and lavender mint. I brought y'all some samples so you can smell them.
So look at this, it says "you smell" on the front, and you flip it around, it says lemon. You smell like a lemon, Barbara. Like a lemon. Cute.
Since I haven't...
I like the I like the packaging there, and she definitely seems like she's speaking very fast, very probably very nervous there at the time. I mean, it's a very daunting task to get in front of anybody to talk, but let alone, sharks to pitch and say, hey, can I get $55,000 from you, especially if you're not used to the fundraising aspect of some business owners decide to take. But yeah, no, I love that. And stay tuned to the end, because we're gonna check in and see how she's doing now with USmell at the end of the video, as well as feature one of your comments from down below here in the video.
Opened my doors yet to actually have a revenue. I have tested the market. Actually told a few blogs.
Oh, so you haven't sold any of USmell yet?
No, I'm still pre-venture, actually.
So you have bars just sitting in a warehouse? Or
no, actually, I had those made and already got rid of them, sending them out to different companies, and then almost overnight it ended up going international. New York, LA, Canada,
sell them, you gave
Australia.
them away?
I did sell them because I wanted to see how much people were willing to pay for them.
And what did you learn? Yeah.
Well, people were selling them, surprisingly, for between $7 to $12 a bar. But I also found that there were a lot of companies, some very big names, that actually wanted to be more like $4.55.
So what kind of names, when you say big names, who are they?
The biggest one would be Urban Outfitters. They asked, how fast I could have stuff made and what quantities, and then what the price point would be.
Megan, what is this? Is this a paper product?
Yeah,
paper version
it's actually,
of the soap?
it's paper soap. So it's smaller than a little packet of gum. You can fit it in your purse, your pocket.
I've never seen that before.
Something that would be an impulse buy at a register.
And you sell it for...
The soap bars are going to be roughly about 80 cents. Retail, that would be about $2.25.
Not bad margins, not bad margins.
But what's the... So that you always have soap available, so that you never get caught in a bathroom, like a public bathroom, that's like the soap dispenser ripped off the wall and there's no soap to be found. I guess, but I mean, I can't think of how many bathrooms I've been in that's been the case. Maybe like, I don't know, less than 10 in my life that I can think of where that's been the problem. And if that's the case, that's where hand sanitizer comes in.
Megan, if I invest in your company here, I'm a slave driver, right? And I demand a lot. So
Oh
I
my
can
goodness,
invest.
you're gonna love me. I'm probably the most tenacious person you're ever going to meet. With your business skills and your connections and financial backing, combined with my tenacity and my addiction to caffeine.
Have you planned out what you would do with the $50,000?
It's actually just going primarily to building the product.
Do you have an order from somebody to sell it to them?
I don't have actual POs because I don't want to promise something and then something fall through and not be able to get it.
So Megan,
that makes it a bit tough. It's always the chicken and an egg thing, right? Like, do I make the product first? Do I get the sales first? I generally like to say, let's get the sales first, and then we'll go and get the product made. You will find a way to solve it. One of the things that comes to mind is the company Lovesac. They had they had this deal with Claire's, I think it's called, in a bunch of malls, and they were like, oh, we love your love sacks. They're basically like bean bags, but with foam in them instead of beans, and or styrofoam, I guess. And they didn't know what to they're like, well, we can't make that many orders. And then it's like, okay, well, we got the orders, now we need to figure out how we're going to do it. And look, necessity is the mother of all invention. So you need to make that, sometimes light that fire under yourself to like go and like, okay, I got to get this done. I have this little bit of time. We always find ourselves being more productive if we give ourselves less time to do it. It's almost like a race or a competition. And that gets me fueled up to when I'm like really tight for time, tight for opportunity. You have those POs, you have those opportunities. That's a huge opportunity. somebody's going to be able to fund the money. $50,000, if that's what you needed to like fund the first round of orders. I mean, 80 cents a bar is not exactly, you can make a lot of bars with 55,000 to hopefully fulfill some orders. It's not exactly a ton of money. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's easy for everyone to get $55,000, but you get some friends, you call up your great aunt, you call up, your uncle, somebody's got $5,000 laying around. You take that, you give them some kind of money percentage back as part of a loan, or you give them a percentage of the business up front. It's up to you. I would say try to take it as a loan. Keep it for somebody who actually knows and wants to invest in the company and has that business acumen that she's looking for, which is great that she knows that that's what she's looking for.
I have to admire your tenacity, but this is not really a business I'm interested in. I'm out.
You're in a brutally competitive market. I mean, anybody, including me if I wanted to, could find a Megan and get into the soap business. So the only thing of value here is a brand, which is unproven yet. Good luck to you, and I'm impressed with your presentation, but it doesn't make it easy for me to smell the money. I'm out.
Yeah, it is just soap. But look, they've invested in things over the years, popcorns and all kinds of things that... I think there's something to be said for the branding. I think there's something to be said for having her on your team. And I think that there's something to be said for wanting that brand to not have to borrow a phrase, an air about it that is snooty or high level. I don't know, Megan, if you came up with the branding and all that, that's awesome. A plus job, Megan. I'd love to have you here on the channel to give an interview. Please drop a comment down below, like the one we're going to feature at the end of this video.
All right, Megan, I'm teeter-tottering. I mean, what makes you the person to take this from concept and design all the way through to success?
Well, I guess the first example would be that I decided that I was going to give it a go. And in about a month, I had international press. I had magazines in the States. Tatler in the UK wrote about me.
That's short-lived. It doesn't mean you're going to continuously get that press, and it doesn't mean you can always convert it to sales. What skills do you have that are going to give us confidence, or give me confidence to say, you know what, once we get past the hype, we can deliver?
Yeah, we talked about this in one of the Entrepreneurs videos. If you're not watching those, you should tune in at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. There's examples out there where it's like, hey, guy, girl, person gets, 500,000 likes or 500,000 views on one video, a TikTok video, for example. And that one video converts to, a couple $1,000s in sales. And it's like, wow, like that's awesome. You get a bunch of press out of the beginning, but can you stay? Can you stay relevant? Can you stay getting their attention? And so, I mean, it's very competitive. You got P&G is probably the biggest soap manufacturer in the world. I'm probably wrong with that, but they got to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest. So to be the quote unquote little guy and like fight back and claw your way into that market share is incredibly hard. And fancy branding is only going to take you so far. With that said, the Dr. Squatch soap, I've tried that. Maybe I should do a review of that. I liked it. I didn't love it. I ultimately was not a customer, but maybe I'll do a video later on that.
There's nothing that can stop me. Trust me, if you teach me the ropes and you tell me what I need to do, I will get it done. And you don't even have to think about it again. That's what's going to be so great about working with me. You don't have to keep telling me over and over and over again. Like, I know what has to be done, and I do it. There's just something in my blood. I'm sure you guys understand it.
So then the question becomes, why do you need one of the sharks, right? What is the shark really going to offer somebody who has that do-it-yourself mentality, a super entrepreneur, if you will, Megan? That sounds like you. What is that really going? What is the shark really going to be able to offer a company that hasn't even gotten off the ground? I mean, getting press is awesome, ding ding. But when it comes to sales, like that's where it's going to make or break. It's the lifeblood.
So
So for $55,000, for 20%. We have a deal?
No, just wait a minute there.
Oh man! All right.
All right.
Here we
So
go.
for $55,000 for 20%. We have a deal?
No, just wait a minute there. You're a total surprise. I wrote you off the minute you walked in. Right away, here comes a blonde bombshell. But the more you talk, the more I'm convinced that you're a real killer.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
But,
Here comes our blood-sucking offer.
Megan,
Thanks, Damon.
listen to me just a minute, right? Every single entrepreneur that I've invested in on this show is making money. Why is that? Because I work my buns off making sure they're a success. When they call me, they find me immediately. If your soap is successful, it's going to take a lot more money than $50,000, so you're not in here asking for enough. But I'm going to give you the $55,000, but I must take 40% of your business.
Oh.
Because the
That's
truth of the matter is, I have to make a return, and I also need a dime for every bar you sell.
Oh.
So if you
Okay.
give me a dime a bar, and you'll give me 40% of your business for $55,000, I would love to be your partner, and you'll just be another success story.
Okay.
I'm going
And
to
I
start
love
to
Okay, so Mark's deal Mark wants to give exactly what she's looking for, and that is, I mean, in theory, should be enough. I think what's really telling here, though, is, you know, she literally said, Barbara said, 55,000 isn't enough. It's not going to be enough. We're going to need more. Oh, and so I'm not going to give you any more than that out of the gate. And I'm going to give, you know, and I'm going to take 40% plus 10 cents to get my whole 55. I don't want to discount 55,000, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a ton of money. And there's a ton of profit to be made on top of the fact that she's taking 40%. I don't think that is a great offer at all.
cry. I'm so moved by
You
it.
hush.
All that warm and fuzzy stuff came out to a blood-sucking offer of
Yeah.
40% of your company.
Ding, ding. Ding,
This
ding,
is a
David.
no-brainer. My offer is clearly better.
Oh my goodness.
Megan, I can smell the blood in the water. You've got Barbara, you've got Mark circling.
You can also smell the lemons too.
I can smell the lemons, and most importantly, I smell your drive. I didn't write you off. I don't make a judgment on how people look, unlike Barbara. Do you have your own job?
I work for myself independently as a graphic designer.
Do you want to do this full time?
There you go.
That's why I'm here.
She designed
I think
the-
it's a
the
fantastic
graphics.
product. I think it's a great brand.
Thank you.
But my concern is, are you going to quit your other job?
Yeah, I pretty much already have.
Well, pretty much is not all of it.
yes, I already have. It's said and done.
How will
This
you
is
support
100%.
yourself, though? How will you
I'm sorry?
support yourself when you quit your other job?
I've been a little chipmunk. I've been stowing things away so that I could make this jump.
Meg, look.
Huge thing right there, right? Creating a runway for yourself with your business, 110%. You need to be on that track of doing that so that you can afford to say, okay, you know, it might take 3 years to be actually profitable and to be able to actually, it might sometimes, depending on the business, it might take longer than that. Having a ton of profit just means that there's probably more competitors that you're going to have to beat up to get, along the way to get to where you want to go. So I would urge anybody who's looking at, like, how do I take my business, my side hustle and make that jump, store money away, create that runway. So it's like, if I don't work, if no money comes in for the next year, 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, I'm still going to be all right. I'm willing to take this journey. And I think it speaks volumes that she's a independent graphic designer who already has, made enough money to be able to squirrel money away to get to where she wants to go. Which I think that maybe she's, Megan, maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit here along the way. And I get it's very daunting and ominous to be standing in front of 5 multimillionaires and a billionaire, but it's it doesn't take away from what you're able to accomplish. And I want to emphasize that for anybody, any entrepreneurs, super entrepreneurs watching this video.
I've had a ton of experience supporting entrepreneurs. I know what it's like to be an entrepreneur and starve. I know what it's like to have all your dreams just sitting there right in front of you, and you're just knowing that if I just had somebody who can help me and who had been there before, they can get me over the top. That's who I am. That's why I'm sitting here. That's why I like to get involved with people like you.
Mark hasn't dropped his offer yet.
Here's what I think you need to do. I smell success in you. This is purely investment in you. I think what you need is you need some cash flow to give you the freedom to make the right decisions.
Wait. You are so far from desperate, so let me be laughing at that.
No, but Megan, Mark isn't listening. He's hearing half the story. I think what the offer needs to be is the business needs $55,000 for the 20%, but I think you need a salary along the way in the first year.
You have taken this and done a lot of amazing things. That's why you're getting so much interest.
My offer would be to pay you the $55,000 for the 20%, but pay you another $50,000 for you to live in the first 12 months, so you have the freedom to make the right decisions and grow the business.
You guys are all nuts. This isn't gold bars. This is soap.
They are. Robert or Kevin is not incorrect in saying that. This is an unproven brand. Obviously, she knows what she's doing as a designer. So it is an investment in her. $55,000 salary to go and make this happen. I mean, that offer does not come around very often in the tank. Probably like less than 10 times that I could think of to be able to offer that. So that the person that's doing it should support. I actually think more of those people should be getting those kinds of deals to get an opportunity to be like, okay, we're going to also pay you this amount of money so you can, survive over the next year or 2 years on that.
This is crazy. Pick an offer.
Crazy. It is a bit crazy. I would go, I still can't believe Mark hasn't gotten out yet. I would absolutely be taking Mark's offer. Robert has sweetened the deal, but I think I would want to go with Mark.
Offer for you, right?
Mark's going to have more opportunities for you.
I'll give you the $55,000 for the 30%.
Oh, she almost like choked.
Let me just add something here. In the big picture of things, right? It's not about the cash. It's about who's going to give you the support. I can make available time and experience and access to my other companies as well.
I think the money in the first year is important. Right now, it's about survival. I think a little extra cash is going to help you go on the right path. And I believe in you. You're going to get there.
But it's not an important card here. You know what's an important card here? That you get lined up with the right distributor.
You're not going to be successful because of other people's success. You're going to be successful because of your own success.
But let me tell you, women work harder and you know it. I work circles around this guy. Absolutely.
Really? I got here because I didn't work?
No. Women work harder than men. Put one woman against a man in any situation, she will outwork the guy anytime. You know how?
All right, enough. Megan, you got to make a call.
It is enough. I think I would, because at the end of the day, Megan, you could still go back and be a graphic designer, right? Like, you have the skills, you clearly know what you're doing. I don't think, chasing the money with Robert's deal is necessarily the best idea. I think, Mark offered you exactly what you wanted, and he didn't put you to a shot clock. So I think he really sees the value in what you're bringing to the table, and wants to be in the soap business, which is highly competitive. And oh, so often he goes out. Again, this is season 3, so maybe he just hasn't gone out yet, or hadn't experienced it yet. But so often, whenever it's a competitive market, Mark is more or less out.
What are you going to do?
I love all the offers, and I love all of you guys. Barbara, I've always wanted you to be my business mom. Starting out, this first couple of years, money is crucial. I think I'm going to go with Robert's deal.
Oh, great decision.
Is that a final decision, Megan?
Yes.
I would think twice. I would think twice about that final.
Thank you.
Great job.
Oh, man.
You made a mistake, Megan.
Made a mistake.
Just took the money. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
I think that would be
Choosing
kind of
between those
title.
3 amazing deals was really difficult, but having that extra money is really what helped tip the scales. And I think Robert's going to be a great business partner for me.
So let's find out how this played out. So let's see. Update. While You Smell soap creator Megan got a deal on air, it fell through after the show. Megan sold the business to another investor, but the website is gone and the products are no longer available. Now, I did shout out to all SharkTankProducts.com. I did go through and find SharkTankSuccess.com. Let's see. Months later, Megan did get a contract with Hershevek to buy into her company as promised on the Shark Tank. Only thing was terms changed. Now he wants 50% of the business, which is far above his original offer and not even close to the offers that Mark and Barbara made. I've never heard of a deal ending like this. Hopefully it's the only one. That $50,000 is peanuts in how much is Robert's reputation. I'm sure he did his due diligence to come up with his final decision, but may not have handled it like a professional shark in his position should have. Some of the comments I was just coming through here. Unknown says, I'm so disillusioned to hear about this about Robert. It saddens me. He always looks so kind and innocent. So, yeah, it says, this is not the first time Robert has done this. He seems like a nice guy, but I would never go with him if I were in the Shark Tank. So from my understanding, Kevin is actually the one that has like the highest percentage of deals falling through. So I think that, you know, I want to, you know, it does happen. I know one one business owner that I talked to had a deal fall through, I think with Robert. And I hope to be bringing an interview with her in the not too distant future. And again, Megan, feel free to reach out. I did find this on Amazon with 6 ratings. Let's see, currently unavailable. For lemon scent, but if you click on 6 ratings, Shark Tank inspired, good soap, bad bumps. I love the soap and lotion, but all the pumps go bad. I'm not even halfway through the bottles, and it's impossible to pump. Yeah, bad pumps are definitely an issue that I have seen crop up with all kinds of different products, not just not this one. And so unfortunately, I guess we won't be. But Megan, I would love to have you come on the show, give an interview, drop a comment down below, like John Gannon. I guess it's Gannon. I love it. Want to try it? Sign me up. John, I appreciate you and all of my viewers here on the Super Joe Pardo channel. I will see you in the next video, which is going to be over here. I need to get used to this thing. Take care.